Hey internet fans, what's up? It's Stat Boy here, and we're doing episode 8. Now, let me just say that I've been reading your comments online, and some stuff has come up in the real world. We're not going to talk wrestling today. I promise you, by episode 9, I'll go back to my normal format. I promise you that. Basically today, which is September 21st, 2011, down in the state of Georgia, a gentleman by the name of Mr. Troy Davis was executed by lethal injection. This is also going to be a touchy subject, so, you know, basically back in 1989, the crime was committed of murder of a police officer in a Burger King parking lot, and this gentleman, Mr. Troy Davis, was arrested and convicted of this crime and, of course, sentenced to die. It's taken the state of Georgia 22 years to do this. The big kicker in this entire case is that there was no physical evidence found or even presented at his trial. Eyewitnesses and whatever have come forward and everything, but basically the only bits were bullet casings from what I've read in all the stories that I've been reading online. No DNA, no gun, no fingerprints, nothing. Over time, 7 out of 9 witnesses that initially said, yeah, that's the guy, have come back and said, no, that's not the guy. And there was no chance at all for a second trial. On the phone, I got my buddy Tyler. Tyler, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Tyler and I went back and forth on Facebook a little bit, and give me your quick thoughts on this, Tyler. Go ahead. It's all you.
You know, with the whole state of Georgia, it's kind of hard for anybody to get justice down in the South area, period, but particularly in Georgia. This case was a little fishy, a little weird. I mean, a lot of people that, you know, they were forced to say that was the man.
Yeah.
You know, they were forced to say that was the man, but they looked at him again and was like, you know, we already know this is not the man. Why are we still going through this? After 22 years, I mean, I think, you know, something's up.
There was also a report that a lot of the witnesses were coerced into talking against this guy.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. I read that too.
And also, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Go ahead. I feel like I'm on CNN.
It's kind of a shame that had to go down the way it did. I mean, I like the fact that, you know, Mr. Davis went out like a man. He went out like a gentleman. You know, letting everybody know, look, I didn't do it.
Right.
You guys need to go ahead and find it. He gave specific instructions to his family to find the person that did this.
Yeah.
He looked over at the people that was about to do the lethal injection and said, may God have mercy on your souls, but may God bless your souls.
Yeah. I mean,
this man was at peace with it, and I think he already knew. When the Supreme Court took so long. I think he already knew that they was going to go ahead and reject it.
I was actually surprised that the Supreme Court stayed late. I mean, it's now, it's not a little past 9:30 here. It's almost midnight over in Georgia. I'm surprised that the Supreme Court went that far and went that long to do all this.
Yeah, a lot of people was surprised at that. I was watching CNN, and the guy there, he was like, I'm surprised. They usually take about 30 minutes or so to get this done.
Yeah.
And it took them over, you know, almost 4 hours.
And, you know, there was also another one today. The state of Texas executed somebody today, too. They got it right. They're certain about that.
Well, yeah, because the guy there, he didn't appeal it at all.
Right.
You know, he went out basically said, yeah, I dragged the guy. You know, I did it.
He did it, and he took it, and he didn't, you know, he didn't fight. He didn't even defend himself at the very end. You know, a lot of inmates, these guys, you got one or the other. They're either going to say they didn't do it, or they're finally going to confess at the very last possible minute. And, you know, I feel so bad for this guy. I really do. As pro death penalty as I am, I really wanted this guy to stick around a little bit. You know, I mean, I thought the Supreme Court could at least give him another day or two, but to just say no, get rid of him now. The whole judicial system is a farce. I mean, with every. Go ahead.
It's been that way forever, and this is the reason why black people are the way they are towards white people sometimes. It's because they see how. Look at Casey Anthony.
Yep, Casey Anthony. We were talking about that earlier.
Right, exactly.
You know.
This chick gets off. This chick gets off even though you had everything in your mind saying that chick did it. That chick did it.
And she did. Let me just say the reason I started laughing just now was for the internet fans that don't know. My buddy Tyler here, he loves to throw out "it's a black thing." In our little circle of friends, it makes us all laugh. So I was anticipating that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Because he's black. That's right. That's right.
I feel so bad for
laughing. I'm sure so hard when Mark Henry won the World Heavyweight title on Sunday.
Oh, he brought wrestling into a death penalty topic. I wasn't going to talk wrestling, Tyler.
Well, because he's black. Because he's black is the reason why I cheered so hard. How often do you see a black man actually triumph, though?
Okay.
You know, nowadays. Other than rapping or playing some type of sport.
All right, Tyler. I think we've done enough, so I'm going to cut you off now, okay? All right. Thank you, brother. Catch you later.
All right.
Okay.
All right, man.
All right, bye-bye. Wow, I can't believe my brother went from a topic that I didn't want to go into to a topic I do need to go to. And like I said, folks, I promise by episode 9 I'll go over your comments again and we'll go back to the standard format. How are we doing time-wise? Just out of curiosity. We good? We're good? We can keep going. If anybody else? Nobody? Somebody? Another phone call, perhaps?
What do you want me to say, Mikey? Jeez.
I want your honest opinion on this. I don't care what people say about your voice interrupting my show.
I know. And Lord, I apologize for the snortage there a minute ago.
Yeah, Tyler was very funny.
I mean, Mark Henry, quote, won the world title, and a black man, quote, not quote, got killed today. So, you know, it's checks and balances, I guess, in the world.
Checks and balances.
Yeah. No. I think it's severely messed up based on what we've heard today on the news. I mean, I only heard about this for about an hour. Okay?
Right.
And from what you told me when you got home and watching MSNBC, because CNN doesn't think I have to cover this because they got Anderson Cooper
talking with the president.
Talking about the president of the palace, which I understand. It's a big deal back there, whatever.
Right.
I think Tyler's right. This chick Casey Anthony gets off scot-free for killing her kids. Whether she did it or not, she was proven innocent in a court of law. Yeah, so was O.J. Simpson. O.J. was dumb. I said this. Did I say something on the show?
Yeah, you did.
I said this on the show that O.J. was stupid enough because he got away with murder. Then he went and robbed somebody. He's a moron. But this guy professes innocence to the end, and like Tyler said, he went out like a gentleman. He went out. Yeah. He went out the way that he knew was going to be the way it was going to happen. He resigned himself to death, and which is a fucked up way to go. Pardon my French.
Go ahead. It's all right. I don't care. Go ahead.
You know, it just sucks that people have to have stuff like this happen to be called up in arms, if you will. They can't just realize that there was no evidence in this guy whatsoever, but because Georgia law permits, you know, this guy has to go down. I guarantee if his name was, you know, Anthony Stewart or something and not, you know, Troy Davis, you know, it would have been a whole other situation.
Like, are we talking race here? Or
I'm talking race
here. So are you
so
saying if he was white, he wouldn't have been executed?
I don't think he would have. I think it would have been so cold, so cold hard facts as they explained it. Okay. I think that the fact that a black man called a white cop prevailed here.
Mr. Renegade, would you like to say anything?
Oh yeah, get him going. That's a good idea.
Hey, I'm getting my. This is a time. Go ahead.
I addressed my thoughts to you when we were out in the green room, if you will, before we entered the studio to film.
We're so professional up here. We got a green room and everything. Shit.
Yeah, then where's my?
You know, I compared this to the classic song "The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia."
There you go.
That's it.
Look it up on YouTube. Watch the video, either the Vicki Lawrence original version or the Reba McEntire video. That kind of sums up the entire situation the way I feel about this right here.
Yeah, like I say, internet fans, you're doing your job. I mean, you're letting everybody know how you feel, just like I do on every episode of Stat Boy Rants. So, we're going to wrap it up. In closing, I'm going to say to the state of Georgia, you guys might have screwed up, and there's a strong chance that you did. You know, I want to say to the Davis family, you know, I'm very sorry what happened to you. To the family of the police officer, I believe his name is McPhail, you know, if you feel in your heart justice has been served, then justice has been served. And like I say, let's hope we can all move past all this and move on, and let's hope justice is not blind anymore. As far as the rest of the shows go, like I said again, I promise by episode 9 I'll go back to your comments. We'll do more wrestling next time, I promise. We'll maybe do like 75-25 wrestling.
All I gotta say is, if this had happened in L.A., there'd be a riot outside of Staples Center right now.
Yeah, really. There was.
Well, not Staples Center, because there is a King's game.
There's a King's game going on, yeah. In fact, there actually was riot police down in Georgia. They thought they were going to do something like, what were they going to do? Like storm the prison and pull the guy off the table? That would have been a Hollywood movie right there.
Should be epic.
That would, and of course Hollywood.
And Tom Hanks would play the prison guard.
Yeah, he could reprise his role.
Yeah. Mark going to play Troy Davis, but he's a little big to play Troy Davis.
Oh, yeah, well, good point. Anyway, this rant has always been Stat Boy approved, and Stat Boy is out.